Hi, I'm Kelly Anders with Balanced Yoga and Wellness. I want to share something with you today called a Soma scan. Soma from the Greek word meaning body. And this work comes out of Essential Somatics from Martha Peterson. So take a either comfortable seat or ideally, if you can do this, lying down and just follow the sound of my voice and the directions, the prompts that I give you to notice different parts of your body. So find a comfortable seat or go ahead and lay down on your back and allow your arms to be at a comfortable distance from your body. So let's just begin at your feet. Notice, how are your feet lying? Are they flopped out equally, or is one foot pointing toward the ceiling? If you're seated, same thing, just kind of notice the way that they're making contact with the floor, if one is flopped more than the other, or if they're resting flat on the surface. Where do your heels feel the most weighted? Where on your heels do you feel the weight of your body? And if you'd like, at this point, you can even take a look, lift up, take a peek, and see if your internal awareness and mapping matches what's actually happening on the outside. Now bring your awareness to your lower back. Just notice what you sense. Notice if it's arched off the floor, or is it lying comfortably and evenly on the floor? What about your pelvis? Does it feel even? Or do you feel a little bit tilted to one side? Do you feel torqued? Just noticing, paying attention. Sense what your shoulders feel like. Are they rounded up off the ground, off the floor, or away from the back of your chair if you're seated? Or are they comfortably relaxed? Notice any tightness through your chest, and also how your hands are lying, either on the floor, on the arms of your chair, on your lap. Just notice how your hands are lying right now. Notice the sense of length in the back of your neck. Is it relaxed and long? Or is it arched and curved? And if you're in a chair, notice if you've got a headrest, if you're choosing to use that, or if you're sitting up and away, supporting the weight of your head. If you're on the floor, is your head touching in the center, in the middle of your head? Is it touching the floor more toward the upper part of your head? So just noticing where your head meets the earth. And now take a deep breath. Nice big inhale in. Notice how your breath feels. The quality of the breath. Is it easy to take a deep breath? Notice the transition of the breath from the inhale to the out breath. How far do your belly and ribs expand when you breathe? Can you notice the sense of expansion in the back body as well as the front body? And the side ribs. Can you feel into the expansion of the ribs side to side when you inhale? And now just gently roll your head side to side as if you're shaking your head no. So seated or laying, just slowly back and forth, left to right. Only go as far as is comfortable for you. And notice if it's easier to turn your head to the left or to the right. Notice if you feel a particular pull anywhere up into your shoulders as you're turning your head. Remember, we're just scanning to notice sensation. We're just scanning to notice range of motion. And now relax your head back to neutral. And sense whether one side of your body feels heavier than the other side. And if so, does that correspond to what you sensed in your feet? If you were laying on a beach and magically lifted up off the ground, what would that impression in the sand look like when you got up? Imagine that. Would there be a deeper impression on one side than the other? So these are all just things to notice, because as you work with the body and with sensation and begin to pay attention, you also will be able to notice the improvement. We have to have a little bit of a litmus to a ground zero, if you will, our baseline, to know how we're feeling in our body to begin with on any given day, in order to notice if we are going to put some activity into improving the movement, the flexibility, the strength of our body. This is just part of becoming more embodied. So we're using things like proprioception, understanding or knowing where our body is in space, and interoception, which is the ability to sense and feel things from the inside, in order to register all of this information, this sensory input through this Soma scan. So thank you for participating. I hope at the same time that you are tuning in, you are also noticing perhaps the breath beginning to slow, and a little sense of relaxation beginning to settle in as you're letting your body, your soma, your system, the thing in you that is alive in you, that as soon as we give it any attention at all, it begins to respond in kind by releasing a little bit of that sense of gripping or holding that can sometimes happen without our awareness. So thank you for letting me amplify your awareness of yourself and your soma today. Namaste.